Make sure to use code UNICORN whenever you're buying Robux or Premium.
Y'all, I do be looking like a librarian, so we're just not gonna talk about it, okay?
So if you guys are late to the party, basically a bunch of developers over here created a Bloxburg map revamp, like a Bloxburg concept. So this is only for fun and won't actually be added to Welcome to Bloxburg. And that is where I am right now. Here is the town map. They literally revamped everything. They also added a school right over there. If you want a full detailed tour of the whole map revamp, you can go check it out yourself down in the description below, or you can also go check out yesterday's video where I looked at the whole map and I actually really loved it. But as the day progressed, it low-key became a whole disaster. So Mic'd Up over here tweeted out, very well put together. I can tell a lot of work went into it. Lots of creative modern architecture. However, the game is full of stolen assets and there are a few weird design choices I'd personally change. I'm somewhere in the middle. I give it a 4.5 out of 10. Now you might be wondering, how is this a disaster? Only one person hated it. Well, it's not about the opinion of not liking like the architecture of the buildings. What's more intriguing by this is when he said stolen assets. So if you guys don't know, every single game on Roblox has its own assets, and you know, that's why you can't really find any of the Bloxburg buildings on Roblox Studios, for example. And that is why when you see fake Bloxburg games, they're never actually Bloxburg, like the whole town and all, because they are stolen assets. You're not allowed to get them. You can't find them anywhere unless you exploit it. And an exploit is make full use of and derive benefit from a resource. He's saying that most of the things in this town revamp over here are stolen assets, since you can't actually find them in Roblox Studio and they're not available to the public. Cooptus and Froggy and all the other developers own those assets, and basically they exploited them to, you know, get them in this game. But one of the developers who worked on this project, Regain Riot, just had to clarify that I just wanted to say that the assets in the game were either built by hand or were taken from assets that were already in Bloxburg, like the crates in the BFF supermarket, for example. This still might be a little confusing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and read this whole little spiel here. So someone said, oh, I get it. So the items in the game were already there and you found the map in Studio. Riot responded, the items come in a separate model that had all the items in Bloxburg: cars, countertops, appliances, and other. And Mic'd Up responded to this still, in using those, you support the exploiters who ripped them from the game. I personally wouldn't have used any stolen assets and would have preferred to see an entirely hand-built map. And Matt's, one of the other developers on this project, said, I agree with this argument. It's completely valid and we'll swap out those items. So just a clarification, we're not talking about how Mic'd Up didn't really like the look of it. We're talking about how they use stolen assets. And by the way, they are fixing it. They're not using stolen assets anymore. Again, this is just a BloxDT time, so don't give anybody hate. I'm just telling the news. I'm spilling the tea, okay? Because if we take a closer look, you can actually, like, the furniture here, as you can see, oh, they changed it already. Okay, so they changed some of the furniture here, as you can see. These are not actually in Bloxburg, and these are actually, so they need to swap this out. But basically what they're trying to say is that they shouldn't be stealing the bookcases and the furniture here, because those are Bloxburg's items. And to get items from a game, you exploit the game to get those items. So these tables and chairs and things like that aren't available in Roblox Studio. The only way you can get them is by exploiting the game, and all the hard work that Cooptus and Froggy or whoever works on these furniture items is gone. Like, you're just basically stealing someone's artwork, you know? I think an easier explanation to this would probably be this story from Dennis. And basically, Dennis got his thumbnail stolen by Gaming with Kev. This was a while ago, but there was some drama between this, how he literally ripped off the thumbnail that Dennis made over here, like they're identical. So basically, a thumbnail is a form of art, and you can't just steal the form of art, because that is literally stealing, getting stolen, and that's the same exact thing that's happening here. So these items belong to Bloxburg and Bloxburg itself. Bloxburg made the models, and if it's in another game, they're basically stolen assets. But these, on the other hand, are not in Bloxburg, and they made them by hand, so this is completely allowed to have. So yeah. But what do you guys think about this? Let me know down in the comments below. I didn't really take too much into account of like using Bloxburg items. I don't know. I mean, I don't really want to, I'm not on any side, okay? But my perspective is that it is a concept and, you know, they're not making money off of the game. So if they are using Bloxburg items, does it really matter? I'm not gonna dip my toes into that. And by the way, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. If you guys don't like the remake, that's totally fine. I personally did like some things, and personally I didn't like other things, but I am a sucker for glass and light, so I really liked most of the buildings. And how about we go ahead and just read some other people's opinions, because it's low-key kind of fun. So I personally love Pizza Planet the most, but yeah, I agree. They should have incorporated the planet design into it somehow. I feel like some of the furniture doesn't really reflect the Bloxburg style. And Mike Up responded to this, yeah, it's really well done in their modern style, but that's another thing. Some parts of the map just aren't really Bloxburg style. And I just want to clarify, Mike Up's not being rude at all. He even replied to Eric over here who said, oh, but they really tried hard. And Mike Up responded so nicely. He said, for sure, I can tell a ton of work and countless hours went into this game by the talented builders. I'm not trying to hate on their work. I just don't believe it fits the best interest of the game. But that's fine. They made it as a concept, not particularly to replace Bloxburg. And I 100% agree on this. I mean, I for sure know they're not really going to add any of these into Bloxburg because, again, it doesn't really fit the Bloxburg theme, and I don't think they're going to make a 360 making it fully modern, but that's just my take on it. But again, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, so again, I'm not like giving hate or anything like that. Again, I'm not on any side. I'm just delivering some tea, okay? Twisted over here said, yeah, to be honest, I don't like it because there's still a lot of wasted space, and the modern architecture is cool, but it isn't anything like a small town you'd see in real life. Also, if the architecture of the normal city hall means anything, then there should be more buildings in a similar style to it next to it, if we're going for realism. Something more along of the lines this, I would feel like be more fitting, at least on the main street / strip. And to be honest, I kind of agree with that. The more I look at the concept, I do like the shops. I really do like the modernism of it, but as someone mentioned, Bloxburg is supposed to be a small town, and City Hall is not very modern at all. It gives you that small town feel, and all the other places now are super modern, and it kind of does look just like out of the blue. Also, the school. You know, the school is somewhat modern, but not that much modern, so I feel like everything just feels off place now when you look at City Hall. And now the question is, should they be like modern or not modern? So No over here said, random question for random people. If Bloxburg did get a revamp, would y'all want it to be completely modern or a slightly de-age, maybe with some modern, but still generally a kind of small rundown town? Ahaha replied, I wouldn't want it to be like modern because I think Bloxburg is already kind of going for the brick traditional kind of vibe, you know, but I would definitely want a modern, green, clean, and nightclub, but I would want everything else in the same style. And I kind of agree to this. I did mention this in yesterday's video, how some of them weren't like my favorite. I told you guys to like rank your favorite to your least favorite places, and I was kind of stumbling on the last few because they weren't really my favorite things, you know. I am a sucker for glass and all that, and I really do like modern things. I will say I wasn't really not impressed. Guys, I'm not giving hate or anything. I think they worked a beautiful job. I really like this, but again, everybody has their own opinions. I like the old BFF supermarket for sure. I really love the hair salon and the Mike's Motors. Those are really modern, but they fit, you know, they fit the vibe. And I really like Beats nightclubs, but the rest, you know, I just don't. I like Bloxy Burgers too, but the rest, I think the other style works better for them. So that is the tea on this Bloxburg map revamp and how it was amazing and then it became a total disaster, sort of, not really. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't give anybody hate, y'all. These are opinions and also just some tea spillage for y'all and how stolen assets work and why this is such a big deal and all that jazz. Also, if I said anything wrong about like the stolen assets and things like that, please let me know. I'll love to know because I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm correct. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Blox TT Time. I forgot to do my intro for it, so I apologize, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys didn't check out the video that I posted yesterday about the Bloxburg town revamp, we did a whole tour and all that jazz. Go check it out. And yeah, if you guys are new, subscribe, leave a like down below, turn that notification on, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.